New footage of Mortal Kombat 2 is officially here, and not many people are talking about it. That's right, a brand new trailer, behind-the-scenes reel, and a batch of never-before-seen scenes have surfaced online, and what we're seeing is nothing short of jaw-dropping. But that's not even the craziest part. This is raw, unfiltered content that gives us our deepest look yet into what's shaping up to be the most brutal sequel in the franchise's history. The exclusive featurette, which surfaced on September 23rd via social media, delivers something fans have been demanding since the first movie dropped in 2021. Actual tournament footage with bone-crushing fatalities that look straight from the video games. We're talking about content that wasn't even in the official Red Band trailer. The video features interviews from many of the film's cast, including Karl Urban Martin Ford, Adeline Rudolph, Max Hong, Louis Tan, along with the film's director, Simon McQuoid. We'll come back to that, but first, let's talk about the new shots and unseen footage. And yes, this will be the most detailed breakdown you will see, so make sure to subscribe. This first shot in the trailer was shown in the trailer, but it's extended now, which shows King Gerard being killed by Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat. This sequence is a flashback referenced in official trailers and widely discussed by fans, depicting Shao Kahn brutally defeating and stabbing King Gerard, establishing the villain's threat and setting up Kitana's motivations in the film. Let me know what you guys think. This next never-before-seen scene shows the souls or essences of warriors. I know for a fact most people didn't catch this one. I think this is likely signifying opposing fighters, possibly Earthrealm and Outworld. The sequence is used to symbolize the stakes of the Mortal Kombat tournament, where the souls of defeated fighters are at risk and the fates of realms hang in the balance. The blue souls generally represent Earthrealm champions, while the red or orange souls represent Outworld warriors. Next up, we have this scene of three characters fighting in front of the temple we talked about. The characters in the temple rooftop fight scene are indeed confirmed to be Kung Lao, Cole Young, and Jax. I zoomed in, and even though it's very hard to see, the detail about the spark on the ground being caused by a hand likely shows that it's Jax and Cole has blades and Kung Lao just dresses up like a monk. It's no surprise that Kano is back. This behind-the-scenes footage in question, set at the house or garden location from the first Mortal Kombat movie, features this trio, Scorpion, Johnny Cage, and Kano together. This aligns with information and fan observations that the sequel revisits and expands upon settings and characters introduced in the original film. But Kano isn't the only dead character shown in this trailer. We will dive into this more at the end. We also see new character looks. In a fiery red-lit Outworld stronghold, Noob Saibot. His armor jagged and charred like burnt steel. I don't know if it's just me, but they better give him that white eye look in the film. We also get a shot Baraka. His design is highly faithful to the games, featuring bald skin, rows of jagged teeth extending into his cheeks, and a scarred, monstrous visage. Baraka is depicted as a brutal fighter and a memorable antagonist, and his updated look in the movie emphasizes his monstrous feral nature. And just to put this out there, here's another look that's been revealed of him that I talked about in my other video. Let me know what you guys think about him. The featurette highlights Mortal Kombat 2's massive scale, the various fights, and of course the brutal fatalities. And let me tell you, they weren't holding back. During both of these fights, Kitana can be seen using her signature fans. We also get to see one of Shao Kahn's fatalities, which shows the classic Shao Kahn Warhammer. These fans are a key aspect of most of her fatalities in the video games. The most talked about sequence involves Kung Lao's hat fatality, which appears to be a direct adaptation of his signature finishing move from the games. Based on the footage, we see Kung Lao positioning his razor-rimmed hat as a weapon, which is also shown in a previous poster that was released, with Shao Kahn commanding "finish him" just before the execution. This builds on the success of Kung Lao's memorable fatality from the first film, where he used his hat to bisect Natara in a spray of blood that made crew members physically sick during filming. The featurette also hints at multiple character deaths that will shock audiences. Test screening reports suggest major characters like Jax and Liu Kang face brutal endings, with Jax reportedly being impaled by Shao Kahn's hammer that we talked about earlier. These deaths aren't just for shock value, they're setting up the larger story arc that will likely involve resurrection and revenge in future installments. What separates this leaked content from typical promotional material is how it reveals the incredible practical effects work going into the film. The footage shows elaborate makeup and costume design, particularly for characters like Shao Kahn and the returning Scorpion, played by Hiroyuki Sanada. We get glimpses of the complex fight choreography and stunt work that brings these video game battles to life. The production appears to be embracing the franchise's over-the-top nature more fully than the first film. Producer Todd Garner has been sharing behind-the-scenes content for months, teasing everything from Kitana's signature fan weapons to Shao Kahn's massive warhammer. Expect amazing fights, epic battles, and a few fatalities. A few? From what we've seen in the leaked footage, that's the understatement of the century. The behind-the-scenes featurette shows the actors talking about their roles. Karl Urban describes how he prepared to embody Johnny Cage, while Sanada shares his excitement about returning as Scorpion. Louis Tan talks about training for his martial arts sequences. Adeline Rudolph explains the challenges of playing Kitana. The cast also mentions the larger scale of the sequel, noting that the fight choreography has reached a new level of intensity. But here's what really has fans buzzing: the story structure. Greg Russo, who co-wrote Mortal Kombat 2021, told Collider he sees the reboot as a trilogy with the first film set before the tournament, the second film set during the tournament, and the third film set post-tournament. This means we're getting the full tournament experience that was teased but never delivered in the first film. Can you imagine how epic the final tournament battle will be? Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Despite the film's delay to 2026, Warner Bros. Is still moving forward with a massive New York Comic-Con panel on October 11, 2025. The panel will feature most characters. This NYCC panel is being positioned on the Empire stage, which is essentially the convention's equivalent to San Diego Comic-Con's Hall H. And you know I will be covering it, so make sure to subscribe. The event promises to feature a special guest moderator whose identity remains mysterious, leading to speculation about whether another franchise icon might be involved. Most importantly, there's strong indication that brand new footage will be screened exclusively for Comic-Con attendees. The timing isn't coincidental. Warner Bros. Appears to be using the NYCC panel to maintain momentum for the film despite its delay, potentially showing content that won't be released publicly until much closer to the May 2026 release date. This strategy suggests the studio has significant confidence in what they've created, even if they wanted more time to perfect the final product. Details about what will be discussed in the panel are still being kept under wraps, but there is a very good chance new footage from the film will be screened. This could range from a second Mortal Kombat 2 trailer to an actual clip from the movie. Based on what we've already seen, any additional footage is going to blow minds. Based on the footage, Mortal Kombat 2 appears to represent a significant step forward. News reports say that Warner Bros. Has already hinted at plans for a third installment and possible spin-offs. The studio appears to be building toward a larger Mortal Kombat cinematic universe, with the tournament structure providing endless opportunities for new characters and storylines. The delay to May 2026 might actually benefit the film's prospects, positioning it as a summer blockbuster rather than competing in the crowded October horror market. Summer releases historically perform better for action franchises, and the extra time allows for additional polish on the elaborate fight sequences and visual effects. Writer Jeremy Slater's comments about test audiences reacting like they were watching Avengers Endgame suggest the film succeeds in delivering the fan service moments that make audiences cheer and jump from their seats. This kind of emotional response from core fans often translates to strong word-of-mouth marketing that drives broader audience interest. Now, as promised, let's go back a little and dive into the juicy part. It's news only for the people who have been watching this far, so comment if you're here. Director Simon McQuoid shares, for every signature finisher, we wanted the audience to feel the impact like they're standing right beside the fighters. Quick shots show Liu Kang's Fire Dragon transforming midair, extensive weapon work with Katana and Jade, and even Raiden conjuring a lightning storm that rips through massive arena stone pillars. Each scene is peak Mortal Kombat. Director McQuoid confirmed in insider reports that the story's backbone is the original Mortal Kombat 2 arcade game structure, but with modern emotional weight, loyalties are tested, betrayals run deep, and every fight could be the champion's last. We wanted this to feel like Game of Thrones meets John Wick. But in Outworld, he says, the biggest behind-the-scenes revelation going viral is that production designer details about a massive multi-tiered fighting ground called the Well of Souls, constructed as a set surrounded by statues of fallen champions. According to insider interviews, reports say that this set took over 6 weeks to build and was inspired directly by Mortal Kombat 2's arcade backgrounds. The dragon statues visible in the footage are packed with lore and might tease plot twists involving past warriors being brought back to life. Mortal Kombat 2 isn't just trying to be a good video game movie. It's aiming to be the definitive video game movie that finally proves these adaptations can work when handled with proper care and respect for the source material. The featurette gives us just enough to know we're in for something special, while leaving plenty of surprises for the full theatrical experience. What did you think of these exclusive Mortal Kombat 2 reveals? Which character are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for all the latest movie news and breakdowns. We'll be covering every update leading up to that New York Comic-Con panel and beyond.